Thanks for joining us. I'm Caitlin McCarthy with 19 News Now, coming to you live from our digital studios. And we had an incredibly beautiful day today, but we are first alerting you to a couple of wintry and kind of yucky days coming up in the forecast. We have First Alert meteorologist Erica Page joining us now. And Erica, like I said, today I was out for a walk enjoying this, and now we can expect some snow in the forecast. So tell us what we're looking for.
Yeah, so really, I hope you obviously had an opportunity to enjoy today because it really was a beautiful day. Temperatures were back into the 50s for a lot of us. Even this evening, it's still pretty mild. We're in the middle and upper 40s, close to 50 degrees. But things are going to quickly change as we look ahead towards the start of the work week. So do keep that in mind. We have First Alert weather days in place Monday through Tuesday. We're watching pretty much a whole mixture of activity coming in. It all starts really tomorrow with some rain moving through. And then eventually, as a cold front moves through tomorrow night, that's going to usher in the much colder temperatures, which then leads us to the rain, changing over to snow, very windy conditions for Monday, and really some potentially big travel impacts here as we look ahead towards the late Monday night or early Tuesday morning commute, depending on when you may head into work. This is likely going to have some disruptions for the first couple of days of the upcoming work week. So here's a look at First Alert Doppler. I want to show you where the rain is now. You can really see it moving through Indiana. This is the system that's slowly going to march our direction as we head through the overnight. But if we take a peek just up to the northwest, you see this little batch of snow just getting ready to enter into the United States out of Canada. That is the energy that we're going to eventually tap into that brings us those better chances for snow Monday into Tuesday. So we've still got some time for that system to arrive, and there will be a break between the rain that we see tomorrow and when that rain and snow starts to get going for your Monday. But once it gets going, temperatures are going to continue to fall through the day, and it's going to give us that better setup for us to see some accumulation. So talking about tomorrow, we've got the Browns versus the Bears, 1 p.m. If you're headed out and about, really throughout the morning tomorrow, no matter really where you are across Northeast Ohio, you are going to be dealing with some showers. Temperatures will be mid to upper 40s. We'll be closer to about 48 degrees by 1 p.m. It is going to be windy, southeast winds about 10 to 20 miles per hour. Certainly could find some gusts pushing closer to about 25 miles per hour. So just keep that in mind as we go through the day tomorrow. I do think as we gradually go through the afternoon, we'll see the rain slowly coming to a close. But again, this is just a very brief period in between these two different systems that we're going to have that break. I want to walk you through Future View because this just gives you a better picture of what we're tracking headed into the second half of the weekend. There you can see 7 o'clock in the morning, pretty much widespread opportunities for rain moving back into our area. And I really don't think we're going to start to see clearing off to the west until we get to the late morning time frame to the early afternoon. So this is going to be a system that sits with us for a while. I think it has the opportunity to provide us about 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch of rain before it's all said and done. And then we may still have a couple showers around through your Sunday evening, but generally speaking, we're starting to dry out. But again, this is going to be pretty brief because look at what happens by early Monday morning. Monday morning, temperatures are into the low 40s. We're starting out as all rain, but as we continue to drop that temperature as we go through the day, look at how quickly that starts to change over to snow. And it's not just confined this time to our primary or our secondary snow belt. This is something that's going to be widely felt here all across Northeast Ohio. And at times, some of these bands are likely going to be pretty efficient in terms of producing decent amounts of snow in very short amount of time. That's going to reduce visibility. On top of it, it's just going to be a really windy day on Monday. We're talking winds that could gust upwards of 35 plus miles per hour. So it is going to reduce visibility. It's going to cause some tricky travel, I think, especially as you get towards that evening commute. And that's potentially just one wave that comes through during the overnight. You'll see those winds stay back out of the northwest, and we continue to see more of that lake enhancement as we go through early Tuesday morning. And so this is why we're saying for some of us, this is going to be a pretty messy commute for your Tuesday morning, and I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially, depending on how much snow falls, of course, if we do have some potential closings or delays, just given the type of setup we're dealing with and the fact that I have a feeling road crews are going to have a tough time trying to keep up with it if we get some pretty decent snowfall rates out of this system. So in terms of your snow tracker, again, keep this in mind. We're still fine-tuning a lot of the details in terms of how much snow we could possibly see. But I think for parts of our snow belt where you see some of this darker blue, even some of the purple, that's where we're talking 5+ inches that are possible in terms of snowfall. And again, higher amounts certainly possible wherever we see those more persistent bands set up. But even our western communities, some accumulation possible where you see this lighter shade of blue that I'm kind of highlighting here with that arrow. I would say That's about 2 to potentially up to 4 inches of snow at the most out of this. But again, some places like Medina, even down towards Wayne County, Worcester, Akron, Canton, you could certainly see some decent snowfall accumulations out of this system before it's all said and done. So please use caution, especially early Tuesday morning if you're out on the roads. We'll walk you through kind of how this all then translates to early this next week in your 7-day.
All right, Erica, thank you so much. We appreciate your forecast, and we'll have another look at the forecast coming up on CW 43 at 10 o'clock and another look again at 11 o'clock for 19 News. Have a great night.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media at Cleveland 19 News.
Thanks, Erica.